Manchester City 2021-22 season review, best signing, biggest flop and more. 2021-22 was another great season for Manchester City, who claimed their sixth league title and fourth under Pep Guardiola. And whilst things did not go their way in the cup competitions, Pep Guardiola and co. are still no doubt pleased with how the campaign finished. Now, 101 have taken a look back at Manchester City's 2021-22 campaign. 2021-22 was another excellent season for Kevin De Bruyne, who this year provided more goals than assists. The Belgian was City's top scorer in the Premier League, netting 15 and providing 8 assists across 30 outings, averaging 0.61 goals per 90. De Bruyne's insane passing was also on display across the campaign, with his performances enough to land him the Premier League Player of the Season award as well. Like KDB, Phil Foden would pick up an end-of-season Premier League award, being somewhat controversially named as the Premier League's Young Player of the Season. And whilst an argument could be made that Mason Mount and Bukayo Saka had better Premier League campaigns, Foden is the obvious choice for City's Young Player of the Season. The 21-year-old scored 9 and assisted 5 in 28 league games, whilst also providing 3 goals and 2 assists in the Champions League. Manchester City scored countless quality goals over the course of 2021-22. Kevin De Bruyne's well-worked strike versus Leicester was great, as was Bernardo Silva's volley versus Aston Villa. However, you cannot beat a long-range rocket, which is what Rodri produced versus Everton. Manchester City made just 2 signings this year. Scott Carson, who played 1 game in 2021-22, was brought in on a free, and Jack Grealish was signed for £100 million. Neither player can really be classed as signing of the season. As mentioned above, Jack Grealish set Manchester City back £100 million in the summer. And though a player cannot dictate his price, he obviously has some say in how he performs on the pitch. Grealish scored just 3 goals and provided just 3 assists in the league for City this past campaign and was by far and away their worst attacker. And whilst that is somewhat like being the worst car in a Ferrari showroom, Grealish was still City's worst player by their lofty standards. Just about, yes. Manchester City were around 30 minutes away from a trophyless campaign, but their comeback versus Aston Villa secured them the league title, and it is pretty hard to argue any side had a bad season if they win the league. However, it is obvious that the main prize both City and Pep Guardiola wanted this year was the Champions League, which they will not be getting after collapsing in the semi-finals versus Real Madrid. Manchester City have already secured Erling Haaland and Julian Alvarez's services, meaning their striking department is now sorted. However, the Sky Blues still likely need a replacement for Fernandinho and a backup full-back.